one of them is in the vaccine space, and I find this fascinating. And actually, in the past year or so, we've seen some developments in the space that gave me further confidence that this is an area for future benefit. H1N1 hit, and they had some real problems with meeting demand for the.
Yes.
So we need new manufacturing processes, and traditional processes are eggs, etc. And now we're looking at cell lines.
Cell lines, yes.
And I find this fascinating that you're able to remove the constraints of capacity, basically, because you're not dealing with eggs, and you're able to basically grow a vat of a cell line that will then, through a fermentation process, create your end product with greater yields and greater flexibility. Can you talk a little bit about cell lines and what they mean and how we even got there?
Well, first of all, this is not really an area of my expertise. I'm more on the physics, chemistry side of things, but, well, in many ways it's a no-brainer. And it really is an economic issue. I assure you that if we had human cell lines that are propagatable, in other words, that are immortal or nearly immortal, so that you can create these in quantity, and this was a challenge. There weren't many such cell lines available, and now there are more and more that are becoming available. If we had those things eons ago, I assure you that we would have used them, because it makes sense that if you're going to develop a drug or a vaccine or any other therapy that's aimed at humans, you want to get as close to the human physiology as quickly as possible.
We're talking like in tolerance.
In terms of tolerance, in terms of efficacy.
Right. Because you have some people that couldn't even take H1N1 because they had egg allergies. Isn't that correct?
That certainly doesn't surprise me.
So if it's born in a human environment, it generally be more well tolerated.
It stands to reason that would be true. So the question really is one of economics, and I'm sure that once these cell lines become available and proven, and of course they themselves have to be proven through regulation, it's very important to do that, then they will progressively overtake these other techniques.
Right, and we did see in the wake of H1N1, we saw the first cell-based manufacturing facility open in North America. It was Novartis. And Novartis is a competing technology to our portfolio holding. But what I find interesting is that Novartis technology is a dog cell. It's a pancreatic dog-based cell. And I mean, to my thinking, and we've discussed this, and it comes back to what we were just talking about, tolerance, etc. If you can use a human-based cell line, that would seem to be a benefit.
That would seem to be even better, although, of course, you know, the reason that people use an advanced mammal like a dog is because each of these animals have a biology that's closer and closer to the human biology. There are, of course, ethical issues as well that come into play, but I agree that ultimately human cell lines will be the way to